Action.
Okay, now for the sides, we're going to go ahead and measure from the very farthest point out on the sill and go all the way up to the top. We have a measurement of 48 and 5/8. Then you go ahead and you measure the other side to verify that they're the same. And again, we have 45 and 5/8. Now, the other thing we're going to do is you see the old caulk line here around this frame. See how that sticks out, and it's pretty rough. Now, that would take a really long time to get that cleaned up. So what we're going to do is go ahead into the utility groove, or accessory groove again, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to come out and we're going to go past that. Hold on. So we'll mark that at about 3 3/8. So it should come pretty close to lining up with that bottom piece. All right. I'm going to take my wooden tape, stick it right there in the accessory groove, and then I'm going to come out and I'm going to measure across to where the old caulking is. Let me just use my square. That'll make it even better. We want to go just past the old caulking. So we're actually going to make this right about 3 1/8, 3 1/4. We'll go 3 1/4 on that. And then we're going to come out from the accessory groove 3 1/4 inches, and that is going to come over at 2 5/8. Check the other side to make sure. Yep, that's going to work perfect. 3 1/4. Double check down here. Okay. Then we'll measure our over. There we go. Okay, we're going to cut our lengths here. We're going to cut for the sides at 48 and 5/8. Our 2 marks. Just use the utility knife and go ahead and score it. Bend it up. It'll snap right along your score line. There it is. Okay, we'll go ahead and get our side pieces marked. We're going to mark it at 2 1/2 inches. And then we'll go 3 inches off of that. And that's one piece. Then the next piece, we'll do the same thing. We'll go 2 1/2 inches. And then we'll go 3 inches off of that.
Action.
Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to get this bottom angle cut. And one thing you can do is measure out from the top of your aluminum. Hold on. Okay. Measuring out from the top of the aluminum. Keep it a pretty level. Measuring out to the top, the front edge at about, we'll say, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut this around. We'll start out at 1/2 inch and see how it lines up. There's my mark at a 1/2 inch. And we're going to angle cut that right down to the front corner to try and get it to match the slope on that sill. Okay, I am going to have to take off just a little bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that right down to the angle again, right down to the corner. Alright, we got the bottom cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut this top right in line with the bottom of that trim so it'll sit right back into the window. Make a nice line there. And again, on a cut like this, I would rather be a little short on my line than be way off and not be able to use the piece. You can always cut more off. I like to take and make my first cut with the snips and then come inside and score it. Bend that in, gives you a nice clean break. Nice cut. There we go. Okay, the piece is cut and it's ready to go into place. What I'm going to do is go ahead, fill up the accessory groove again with some sealant. Put a couple little dabs here to help hold it in place. Then a couple bigger ones out here. Now we've got it in place. And then we're just going to go ahead now and we're going to repeat the process on this side.